Hey everybody, Mr. Berthiaume here. I'm going to show you how to properly transplant seedlings into the garden. Okay, very particular way we do this to give the plants the best chance of survival. So what we're going to do is make sure our planting bed is all set to go. This should be really pretty loose, not compact, and I've added some compost to this and really given it a lot of nutrients. So it's really nutrient rich. That's what we like. Okay, so now that my planting bed is ready to go, I need to make sure I have all the tools I need. I'll need a few things. First of all, of course, you need the seedlings. Here's some kale we're going to be planting today. So have those ready to go. Also, you'll need what's called a trowel. This is like a small shovel. Make sure you got the trowel to dig a hole. You might want some gloves, although I don't like to use gloves when I'm handling plants because I want to feel the plants, and plants are really delicate. And when you have gloves on, it's easy to break off the leaves or bend the neck. So get some dirt under your fingernails. We are gardeners, so we're not afraid of little dirt. As they say, dirt don't hurt. And then I have a little fertilizer. This particular fertilizer is called bone meal. And bone meal is made from ground up bones from animals. So animal agriculture, giving us some fertilizer. We use bone meal because bone meal is high in phosphorus. And phosphorus is really good for plant roots. And what we want to do when we put these guys in the ground is we want to give the roots a lot of food so that they can grow strong roots. When you get strong roots, you get strong plant growth. Okay, I got all my things ready, and you notice I'm kneeling. I notice that a lot of students, when they do this, they try to do it as quickly as possible, and they stand up and they just do this, and then they get out of there. Their back starts to hurt, and they hate it. So get comfortable with this. If you don't like going on your knees, you could squat, and I do have some things you could put down, a piece of cardboard or something to make sure your pants don't get dirty. But you really want to get comfortable here. And first thing is to take the plant and very delicately pull it out of the container. So watch how I do this. I have one hand on the container and I kind of squeeze it to loosen up the roots. And then I pull up on the neck, very delicately, pull up slowly on the neck. And then I pull everything out, and here we go. We got some great roots. And here is the plant. Now I'm going to plant the plant not at this level. I want to dig a hole that is about up to here. See this first big one? I'm going to bury that up to here. So don't worry about burying this or the bottom leaves. We want this plant to stand up straight. You can see if I hold it, it just falls over. We want it to stand up straight, so we're going to bury it. Okay, so that's how deep I need to dig my hole. So let's do that. Put the plant down carefully and dig my hole. Okay, I got the hole dug. Let's see if that's deep enough. Let's test it. Yeah, I think that's going to be perfect. If it's not deep enough, take the plant out, pull it back. But this looks good. Now, a couple of things before I plant the plant. First of all, you look on the bottom, and if you see any roots that are kind of clumped together, you pull those roots off, just like that. You're trying to give the plant plenty of root space to grow out. So you don't want all the roots clumped up at the bottom here. When you pull off those roots, it opens up the root ends to start digging around, looking around in the soil and spreading out. That's what you want. The other thing we're going to do is put a little fertilizer in the hole. We're going to put some bone meal. We don't put a lot of bone meal. This is just a little bit, what you might call a pinch. Okay, I'm going to put that in the bottom of the hole for those roots. Okay, now I can plant. So I put this in and wish it well. It's almost like tucking in somebody to bed, you know? Tucking on your baby sister to bed. Okay, good night. I hope you sleep tight, have nice dreams. So now I backfill. That's when you put the soil back around the plant. Watch how I do this. I'm gonna hold the plant up with one hand, hold it nice and straight, and then backfill around it. Okay, put the soil all the way around, and then I'm just gonna push down. Not too much, because we know that the plant needs air pockets in the soil, but we wanna get it firm in there so it doesn't fall over. And voila, there's our kale plant, and it looks like it's off to a really good start. And then the last thing we need to do, don't forget, a lot of people forget this, is to water the plant. Give it a good drink so those roots get really wet, and it can start on its way. And you'll see in about a week this thing will start to wake up and grow really big, because it's got all the nutrients it needs now to grow strong. Okay, go to it.